Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? This is Dorothy, and this is Dorothy's blog. This is where I come to tell my story every week or every other week. So, today I'm going to be answering a question. I told you that as from now on, since I have finished telling my story, I'll just be answering questions. So, if you have any question, just throw it out, and if I can, I'll answer it. I want to warn you that I'm not going to answer sensitive questions. There are some questions that I regard as sensitive because this case is still going to go to the court of law. So I don't want to, get into sensitive part of it. So once you ask a question and you see that I don't answer it, then you should just categorize it as one of those sensitive questions. So please, um, I want you to know that I will never lie to you. I am out here to see who can help me, who can, get this case out there. So I don't have any reason to lie to you. So whatever I tell you here is authentic. I've always said that, and I'll continue to maintain that fact. So if I if you're confused about any part of the story, just throw the question there and I'll answer it. So today I'm going to be answering the question about, you know, why I'm not mentioning names. This question has always come up. People say, why are you not mentioning their names? And some people even go as far as saying, oh, are you shielding them? And some people said, oh, after I don't want to talk about the comments that I see, but you know what? I don't care anymore. I've gotten to this stage and I don't care. Anything that will bring my child justice is all I'm about. So I don't care about any negative or derogatory question or statement. It doesn't really bother me. But bear in mind that Facebook doesn't allow that. So if you want this channel to be on and you want to really help me in fighting for my child, please mind what you say whenever you're on this channel. Mind what you write. Mind any statement you make, um, so that I will not be penalized or this channel will not just close. So please, please, please bear in mind that this is a very delicate channel. I don't want any violence in here. I don't want any comment, unnecessary comment in here. We're going to be civil and subtle. That's the only way that Chidima will get her justice. So having had that in mind, I'm going to continue. So, you people asked why I am shielding them, why I'm not mentioning their names. You remember I told you that few years back, I started talking online. That was when I heard about the sexual harassment, and I was so eager to talk. I did not mind anything, and I did something very drastic online, and because of it, these people took me to court, and they claimed I was harassing them. You know, they claimed I was harassing them, and because of it, I went to court with them. They also took a lot of people to court. A lot of people that was fighting for me. At least four ladies that I know. They took them to court, but thank God. I mean, yeah, three actually. One said she was sued in Texas. One and two were from here, and because of it, we were all warned to just keep quiet. We shouldn't mention their names. We shouldn't say anything about them, and that is why I'm going the way I'm going. You will never catch me mentioning their names. They do have names, and I know some people watching know them. So, but we're not mentioning any names here. It's not because I'm scared of them. It's not because I am scared of going to jail anymore or anything, but because I want real justice. I don't want a case or a situation whereby I'll be the one that will mess up my case. So whatever I'm doing here is going to be very, very subtle. I'm not mentioning their names. They have, even if they don't have names, God knows their names, and that's where I will leave it at. So please, I want you all to stop asking me why am I not mentioning names, because I will never mention their names until the day victory comes, and then I'll be free to sing their names as much as I want, and people will be free to say their names as much as they want. But for now, please, I beg you in the name of God, I am not going to mention names, and I don't expect anybody to mention names. Let's just follow the law and do things according to the law. I am just here telling my story. I'm just telling it because this is my story, and nobody will stop me from telling what happened to me. So that's why I'm just telling it out here. It's not because of maybe saying it here will, do whatever, but saying it here will teach people. That's my main point. Teach people to be very careful, especially our young ladies. This thing happened to me when I was in my 30s, and yeah, I would say I wasn't I wasn't all that exposed then. I didn't know anything then. And coupled with the fact that other things other things made me not to talk. And I'm going to say that right after this video. So watch out for that second one that made me to go solo and quiet for a long time until I started talking again. So this seals the question of why are you not mentioning their names? Guys, I will not mention their names, but God knows their names. I'll leave it at that. I want to answer another question because this question had come up like twice and three. I mean, more than 10 times. People have asked me, "Your husband warned you not to go to his family, so why did you go?" Remember, I told you that when he was in Africa, he told me when I found out his brother was here, he told me, "Please don't go to them. They are evil. They are bad, and this and that." And I went. Well, let me tell you why he didn't want me to go to his family. It's not because he himself is a good man. Mm-mm. He didn't want me to go to his family because he knew that if I go there, first of all, he didn't want me to know he has any family here. So me discovering that family was something they planned never to happen. But thank God, my landlord, the Nigerian man who also comes from my area, you know, was able to decode it. He was like, this person is this person's brother because I showed him my traditional. This is where it started. I showed him the pictures of our marriage. I showed him everything, and he was like, "This person looks like so and so person here." And I said, "Oh," I said, "What's the name of the person?" He mentioned it, and I said, mm. And I asked him, "Where is the person? Where is the person from?" He told me, so I was able to immediately match it. I said, "This could be this person's brother." I said, "But he said he doesn't have any family in America." The man said, "No, there are many here. So you ask him and find out." So my landlord, stylishly called the man in Baltimore, my ex-husband's brother, and said, "Didn't you say your brother just married this past November?" He said, "Yes, he did." He said, "Do you know his wife is here?" And it was a shocker to him when he heard I was here. That's why he rushed down to see me. So my ex-husband did not tell me not to associate with his family because he was trying to protect me from them. But the initial plan was that I must not meet them. His plan was to come here and just stay here and then maybe tell me one day that he got a job and he's going to be staying there because that's what it eventually did. When his cousin slotted him into, put him in, what is it called? KFC. He stayed with her. Or he stayed with him. I didn't even know where he stayed at that point, but but she was the one that would drop him off on Saturday night, very late, and then pick him up before 3 p.m. on Sunday. So the plan was that I don't know about them. He can just introduce the lady as his cousin, and she would come and pick him while they, do their plan. So immediately I discovered he had a brother. That was like messing up their plans. So they had to strike immediately. So it's not because I was stubborn that I found out. I mean, some people said, well, "Why did you stop? Why did you go? You know, you hear word. Your husband said don't go, and you went." So I want to clear that part. He did not tell me not to go because he cared so much for me or because he wanted to protect me from his brothers, but rather he told me not to go because he didn't want me to ever know they existed. He wanted his movement to just be smooth. So had I not met the brother, he would have just told me he was going to Nigeria and then he would go and stay in their place before they move him. But because I had already broken I already caught them, they had to do everything quickly and send him off. Okay, so that's the answer to that. I was not stubborn, but I was just curious. And thank God I was curious, because if that did not happen, I wouldn't even know that he has all those people here. But shame on that family. They're all bearing the grunt now. hmm I can't say that here. But my God is judging all of them one by one. Now, God is judging them. It's not a story for me to tell. I will never tell that story. But God surely is judging them. And I know that one day I'll also get justice for my daughter. So that's the answer to that question of why did you go when your husband told you not to go? Thank you. Another question that people asked me was, I think I have about 25 people that asked that question. They asked me, the lady that brought you the flyer, that gave you the lawyer's address and gave you the lawyer's flyer, where is she? Do you still talk with her? And don't you think it was a setup? No, I don't think that was a setup. And I don't stop. I don't know where she is right now. She just came to braid her hair with me. I told you I braided hair then. So then I was doing home service. So I was braiding her hair that day, and she just gave me the flyer and said, "This is a friend of ours. Is an attorney, and if you have any immigration need, just reach out to her." So I don't think it was a setup. I don't know, but I don't think so. And I'm answering this question because a lot of people asked me. I don't think it was a setup, because I never saw the lady up to date. I think I did her hair like two more times before I moved away from that place. Yeah, I did her hair like two more times, and after that, it's like it was because I moved away or because I started working. I couldn't, I didn't braid her hair anymore. So it wasn't a setup, and I don't know where she is right now, but she could be watching my story. And yeah, she could be watching my story, because a lot of calls have been coming into me since my story started going out. Since this week, they've been coming to me, calling me, "Oh, is that you? Is that you? Is that you?" Because most of them thought I disappeared. But seeing my video, they were able to reach me through my Facebook Messenger, and they were asking me, "Is that you?" And then they start calling me, and they're all shocked. They're all shocked about what happened. So that woman is not. I don't think she knows anything. She was just a random lady that I braided her hair, and that was it. So that is it to that question of, do you still know that lady? And was she an accomplice? No, she was not. Thank you.